Well, first of all, would you please state your name and what you do?
My name is Richard Reeves, and I'm an animator.
Is this your first time at Anima?
It is my first time.
What are your thoughts or what's your take on the festival so far?
On the festival, it's wonderful. It's nice because it's focused a lot on South American animation. I don't know if it's the same each time, but this time especially it's focused, I think, a lot on South American animation, which in Canada we don't know a lot about. So I'm doing my research and learning a lot and meeting a lot of people and making nice connections, and it's really good.
Uh, do you get to see any short films and what do you think of them?
Short films here at the festival. Yeah, I've seen, especially in the competition, and it's a nice variety of techniques and storytelling and different experimentations. Yeah, it's very much variety anyway. Yeah.
Um, what's important to you when watching a short film? What do you want from the short film?
I like to be surprised in both technique, editing, and storytelling. Different to see a different approach, new styles of telling a story. Not necessarily abstract. I like abstract animation, but it's nice to see a good story in an unusual way. I like when animation can do things that live action can't do, because otherwise I think you could just take the camera and make live action. So it's nice to have very unusual and nice surprises.
Uh, Now, I would like to ask you a bit more about your work. Tell us what's the name of your technique and what does it consist of?
Right, my technique is sometimes called cameraless animation, animation not using a camera, but sometimes I like to call it direct animation because the technique is very much direct. More so than a lot of other techniques, because I take 35 millimeter motion picture film and draw a picture or paint on the film, and then when it's dry you can project it right away. So I like to think of it also as motion painting because it's probably closer to a painter than a lot of animation techniques maybe that way.
What about the sound on your technique?
The sound is unusual. I take on the 35 millimeter film, as on the side of the film is an optical sound stripe, and I draw shapes and put images on that stripe, which come back as audio sound.
Um, I would like to ask you now, how do you feel at the workshop, the one you did yesterday here at
Oh
Anima?
yeah, yeah, it was good. I think the people had not tried this technique before. It was new, but we only had 2 hours, so it was really compression. But a lot of work was made in 2 hours, and I thought the screening after was exciting because they experimented with texture and color and form, and not trying to make like cartoon or tell a story exactly. It was more just an experiment in the technique and the approach. So very tactile.
Well, Richard Reeves, I want to thank you very much for coming here to Argentina, to Anima, and I hope to see you soon again.
I also too. Thanks so much for having me here and for hosting this wonderful festival. It's amazing. Gracias.